My stepmother tore my academic uniform in public and poured sulfuric acid on me during my graduation ceremony, just because I posted a photo of me and my father on the internet with the latest Chanel. However, I was regarded as a mistress by my stepmother. My graduation ceremony and Dad's wedding were on the same day. In order to let everyone witness his wedding, he set up the wedding venue on the school playground. That day, I posted a photo of me and my father on the internet with the latest Chanel. However, I was regarded as a mistress by my stepmother. She rushed into my graduation ceremony with the security guards at the wedding. Do you know why I set the venue here? I just want to tear your face apart in public. At such a young age you already find a sugar daddy. I think you're tired of living. I will definitely ruin your reputation today. The works of art at the ceremony were smashed into ruins. The stepmother tore my academic uniform in public and poured sulfuric acid on me. The camera of the live broadcast focused on my bloody wound. Before I lost consciousness, my father took the police to the scene. I went for an exchange at a foreign university for 2 years. I came back from abroad at the graduation ceremony just to attend my father's wedding. During the 10 years after Mom's death, I had tried countless times to persuade Dad to get over his sadness. Now, he finally found a satisfactory partner. I was sincerely happy for him. As his daughter, I couldn't miss his wedding. After getting off the plane, I went straight to the dormitory and changed into my academic uniform. I was going to take a rest before the ceremony, but as soon as I turned on my phone, I saw that my stepmother's social media account was broadcasting. I thought she was sharing her wedding with her fans, but when I watched it, I found that it was not the case at all. The bride had finished her makeup, but her eyes were full of tears. Thank you for your support. I didn't expect a college student to be so shameless. Even the venue of my wedding was up to her. I watched the screen comments gradually change from celebrating the wedding to beating up a mistress. I wondered if there was any misunderstanding. I knew my dad very well. In the past 10 years, in addition to his colleagues, he had no woman around him, but as soon as I sent out my comment, it was instantly drowned in the comment area. My stepmother Stephanie choked with sobs. Today is my wedding, but she sent me an intimate photo of them. She said that she was my husband's only love. It's up to her to decide where to hold the wedding. She said that she didn't want a wedding, so my husband gave it to me. I was so angry that I said a few more words to her, but Stephanie felt wronged and twitched her shoulders. After a while, she continued. She said that she would cancel my wedding and make me a joke in the city. The audience in the live room was so angry that they forgot to send comments. After a while, they came to their senses and the comment area was instantly invaded by hostility. Nowadays, female college students are not good people. I see female college students dancing on the internet every day, especially those from professional schools. They nearly tagged the price in the video. Come, you're no worse than them. How can we let someone like that graduate? I don't know how many families will be destroyed in the future. She must be killed. My brother graduated from this university. This school is in a mess, especially those who went abroad, relying on their rich family to live a private life. Who knows how worse they are? Stephanie, don't be afraid. We're all your strong backing. Let's teach her a lesson today. I hurriedly closed the live stream and sent her a private message, but there was no reply. I had no contact with her during the 2 years I was abroad. Everything about her I knew was from my dad on the phone. I couldn't associate the gentle and quiet woman he said with the woman who had just been emotional. There were more and more people watching the live broadcast. I quickly called my dad. Dad, is there some misunderstanding between you and Aunt Stephanie? You can't have an affair, can you? Go and explain it to her. Lynn, what nonsense are you talking about? Am I that kind of person? It doesn't matter whether you are or not. The point is that everyone thinks you are. She is doing a live broadcast on her account and is about to beat a mistress. Don't you know? What on earth are you doing outside? Has the company recently recruited college students for internships? You have only dated one woman in 10 years. Be serious, Dad. Just as I was about to teach him how to explain it to the girl, someone knocked on the dorm door. I could only hang up the phone first. However, as soon as the door opened, a huge force knocked me to the ground. A group of men in security uniforms rushed into the female dormitory and lifted me up, my feet off the ground in an instant. My glasses fell to one side and I instantly lost my sense of security. I stared at the woman in the wedding dress with my eyes wide open. The camera went straight to my face. Stephanie said sternly, "Look carefully, everyone. This is the student who seduced my husband. She doesn't look like a good person. Her hair is dyed in different colors. What did the college teach you? I don't know what kind of parents can teach such a bitch. Today I'll teach you how to behave on behalf of your parents." I looked at her face. I didn't expect that the first time we met would be like this. Just as I was about to explain, she slapped me. My stepmother tore my academic uniform in public and poured sulfuric acid on me during my graduation ceremony, just because I posted a photo of me and my father on the internet, with the latest Chanel. However, I was regarded as a mistress by my stepmother. I was hit so hard that I was dizzy and tilted my head to the other side. Before I could react, I was slapped on the other side of my face. The sharp pain on my face made me lose the ability to think. Her friends pointed at me and cursed. What have you done at such a young age? How can you seduce a married man like a bitch? Do you really think we are easy to bully if we don't teach you a lesson? You're still wearing an academic uniform. Do you think you're qualified, bitch? The noise attracted the attention of the students in the next dormitory. In an instant, a group of people surrounded the door of my dormitory. It took me a long time to calm down. I gritted my teeth and looked at Stephanie, suppressing the anger in my chest. Miss Smith, I think you're mistaken. I'm not the mistress you're talking about, and college students aren't what you think they are either. I hope you respect me. Thinking that my father had chosen his wife for 10 years before he brought her home, I wanted to save her face and suffer a loss. But I didn't expect her to sneer after hearing that. She pointed at the suitcase I brought back from abroad and said coldly, "If you're not a mistress, who are you? If I'm not mistaken, there are all the luxury goods that my husband bought for you. You really spend a lot of his money in the past 4 years in college. Do you dare to say that you didn't send the photos on the internet?" As soon as she finished speaking, she took out her phone and scrolled to my post in the morning. The picture was of me holding my father's arm, carrying the latest Chanel. I wrote, "No matter what happens in the future, we will be the most important people to each other." At the moment I realized that I was the cause of her misunderstanding. The anger in my chest was instantly replaced by speechlessness. "You're mistaken," I blurted. "I'm not the mistress you're talking about. Didn't my dad tell you he has a daughter in college?" Stephanie looked me up and down. She snorted and said sarcastically, "Do you think you're qualified? My husband's daughter has already gone abroad to study. Who do you think you are? You're a whore instead of a college student." She reached out her fingers and poked my academic uniform hard. She roared, "Since you know he's already a father, how can you do such a shameless thing?" I didn't expect that after 2 years of communication abroad, the surprise of me showing up at their wedding would turn into a misunderstanding. As I was out of patience, I said anxiously, "If you don't believe me, you can ask my dad. There are all my photos at home. Haven't you seen them?" After saying that, she panicked for a moment. "What photos? Don't talk nonsense. I don't even have a photo in my apartment." My husband said that his daughter doesn't like to take photos. Hearing this, I suddenly understood. My dad had never taken her back to the old house. I was so anxious that I sweated profusely, but I couldn't find a reason to prove myself. When Mom passed away, Dad directly changed my surname to Mom's. Now the name didn't match. Seeing my anxious look, Stephanie smiled triumphantly. "You have nothing to say, do you? You bitch. If I don't teach you a lesson today, you won't know who you are." As soon as she finished speaking, she ordered. The security guards behind her rushed in and smashed everything visible in my dormitory. Stephanie turned to look at her phone and aimed the camera at the messy ground. After reading all the comments, she said, "Thank you for reminding me. I almost forgot about this bitch's suitcase." Then she opened the suitcase regardless of my wails, and the things inside were scattered all over the ground. She cut the latest designs of the brands I bought from abroad into cloth with scissors. My Hermes belt was torn off, and the limited edition perfume was smashed and spilled all over the ground. The fragrance made her eyes turn red. At this time, the students outside the door had already taken out their mobile phones one after another, exclaiming and recording. The video was quickly posted on the school forum. For a moment, the female dormitory became a gathering place of rumors. Seeing that all my luggage had been turned into ruins, I gritted my teeth in anger and the veins on my neck bulged. She had ruined everything, but she was still not satisfied. She turned around and asked the security guards to carry me out. She recorded my embarrassed figure in the camera and even gave me a close-up of my facial expression. I didn't have time to protect my privacy but screamed in horror in the corridor. "What are you doing? Where are you taking